you're still to this day one of my favorite books, Cyclist Self
Okay.
Empowerment, of course, on sale at your website, I would imagine. Um,
Absolutely. Yes.
and
Thanks.
then Dom's Pad Sticks, of
Yeah,
course, as well.
absolutely. And
Uh,
it's funny, these pad sticks, the Vic First Company makes them for me.
yeah,
And Vic started making them for me many, many years ago. And that was a stick that I designed from an old Bunkin 3S, which was a stick
right.
that looked like my stick that was actually used by Billy Gladstone, George Lawrenson, and Sanford Moeller in their lessons because it was a big stick that was long with a round ball,
Yep.
but it was maple, so it was not a heavy stick. It was a light stick, but big, so you can over exaggerate your movement.
Right.
So when they had used that Bunkin 3S stick, they had stopped making them. When I found one Bunkin 3S, I then recreated the stick. Vic Firth makes them for me, and I sell them all around the world. And it's so exciting to hear students helping their technique by using these sticks and continuing on the tradition that these great masters from 100 years ago have still continued to do.
And like you said, Dom, you've played some great gear, and of course you're friends with most everyone in the music industry as far as the drumming industry is concerned. And so my question for you as well today is, I mean, you probably could have the pick of the litter with regard to equipment. Why do you choose Mapex?
You know, it's kind of funny. I'm a very loyal person in what I do, and my strength is in the educational program is to kind of keep pushing and this art form to a level and try to develop the next level and generation of teachers that are out there. So when I had gotten involved with Mapex, a very dear friend of mine, Joe Hibbs, who had joined Mapex, I was involved with Joe at Tama Drums.
Right.
And I was involved with Tama for about 15 years, a wonderful company. We had a wonderful education program. Then at that time in the late 90s, Tama Drums decided to change their education program. And although the product was excellent, it was the education program that was kind of stopped and not being funded anymore. So I kind of, left and we parted our ways. And as I said, wonderful drums,
Yep.
but I wanted to have an education program that would allow me to continue doing what I was doing.
Right.
Well, Joe Hibbs left Mapex and left to Tama and ended up going to Mapex. And when he went to Mapex, he called me up and he said, Dom, we really want to put together an educational program to continue what we were doing at the old Tama days.
Right.
So I said, Joe, I said, I'd love to do it. And to work with Joe was just a gem. Joe was an incredibly dedicated, hardworking son of a gun that would work 7 days a week. He would call me Sunday mornings at 6 o'clock just to talk drums. And it was everyone said, my gosh, Joe was crazy to call that early in the morning. Well, what was crazier is I was up doing things with drumming at 6 o'clock on Sunday. So we'd communicate and we would talk every day about programs and ideas. So Mapex proved to me that not only are they making a great product, their Saturn 5 drums blow me away. The thin shell, the creative hardware that they have, the Falcon double pedal that I play that I swear by, the new design of the Falcon two-legged hi-hat, which I feel is the best on the market, and it goes low enough so I can adjust it to play open-handed. And the hi-hat comes with two different rod lengths.
Right.
A longer rod where you can play cross-handed,
Yep.
and a shorter rod if you play open-handed.
Right.
So I get the hi-hat, I put the shorter rod in, and I'm ready to go. And that concept of playing open-handed for me was very important. So what a creative, innovative company to do that
Right.
and present that to the world. So they're creative, great product, and they support education, and there I am.
Dom, you have a couple other publications that are recently coming out. Let's talk about Guide to the Big Band and Play Drums.
Oh, thanks so much. Sir. The Guy in the Big Band was written by Gary Williams. Gary Williams is a phenomenal jazz player that lives out in the Seattle area. Phenomenal teacher. He plays. He's got a great, great band, Ecstasy and Numbers, and he's out there pursuing and pushing jazz and, of course, funk and rock. He's a very, very versatile player.
Right.
But he put this together, this book, which was about big band playing. And it's a unique way because he's got play-along tracks in there. He's got the charts in there. And he really kind of came across with delivering this fun way of playing big band and learning it. There isn't that much, material that's out there
Right.
for students to really step into the big band world. And to be able to have that and play along to it has shown an incredible excitement with drummers getting back into big band understanding. And that book came out a couple of months ago, and it's hit the market. It's available worldwide everywhere. Wisdom Media is the publishing company that has gotten the book out, and it's just exciting to see big band kind of had this resurgence again, to be able to play and feel and get that feeling that when you go to hit an 18-inch crash and you hear this brass section behind you, man, there's no greater feeling than to have that kind of high is what it is.
Yeah.
Real fun stuff. And the other book that we have coming out called Play Drums.
Yeah.
Felipe Drago is an incredible drummer that was originally from Brazil that moved to London. Dedicated player, has a great teaching practice out there. He's got a band called Cherry White that has been signed in the UK. And he tracked me down and said he wanted some lessons. We started doing some Skype lessons. Then he flew here for a week. We did literally 6 days, 8 hours a day at my studio. And we just worked all day working on these techniques and these concepts in my studio. He just grew from there. We've continued on with Skype lessons every couple of weeks from London to New York.
Yep.
And he has an incredible style of teaching. And when I kind of saw how he was teaching, he showed me some material he had. And he's able to get a student that comes in from lesson one on the drums and playing and having great fun immediately.
Wow.
So my partner, Joe Bergamini, and I, when we had seen the material, we decided to publish this book, put this out, and get it. It's got play-along tracks. It's got video clips on there explaining it. He's on there doing it. And it really is an immediacy of first lesson, you're on the drums, play the drums.
Yeah.
So here's a dedicated guy that just, and you never know where you're going to find these people or what material is going to come out of it. And just when you think you've seen it all, someone comes up with a creative angle that just blew us away.
Last question for you today, Dom. Where can we find you in the next couple months? Where are you headed? I'm sure it's somewhere crazy.
You know, Sean, I just got off the phone with Otto Choi, who is the artist relations manager in Taiwan for Mapex Drums.
Yeah.
And I just got finished speaking with Peter Stairs, who is the vice president of worldwide sales for Sabian. I was speaking to Neil Larrabee from Vic Firth, who's the education director there.
Yep.
And I was speaking to Jim Bailey, who's the education manager for the Dario and for Evans Drumheads. And I just got off the phone with them literally today to map out my agenda. In April, for example, I'm giving one of the sessions panel on April 1st in Yonkers at a school called TAPCO, which is a music high school.
Cool.
And they have 500 school members that are going to be attending. That's going to be on April 1st. April 2nd, I fly to Seattle. On the 3rd, I play at Woodsticks, which is a huge event that goes on in Seattle. I'm hoping to see you there too.
Absolutely.
It's a huge event. David Garibaldi is going to be there. Jules Rodino, Jared Falk is there. Some great drummers are going to be there to perform. There'll be over 500 drummers that bring their drum sets to the event to set up and play together.
Yeah.
Out of control.
Crazy.
Then I fly to Belgium. I'm with Claude Hoffman doing some master classes at his school in Brussels in Belgium. Then I go to Dijon, France, and meet with Eddie Ross to do some teaching at his school. Then I go to the Drumming Lab, which is in Paris, France, to meet with Frederick Rimbert to do a day of teaching at his school.
Yeah.
Then, while I'm in Paris, France, I get to meet up with Frederick Macarez at the Conservatory of Music in Paris. I was invited to do a masterclass and clinic there, which to me is the greatest honor, the greatest music institute in France, right in the heart of Paris.
Cool.
I do that with Frederick Macarez. Then I fly from there to Nashville, Tennessee, to do another one of the sessions in Nashville. Fly back home for a day. Then I fly to the Ukraine, and I meet up with Maxim Diomin, who is a phenomenal teacher in the Ukraine, who set 3 different events in Kiev. I'm doing some teaching there. Then I'll fly to Hungary, do 1 day in Hungary with Maxim, then fly back to New York. And then at the end of April, I'm only home for a couple of days. I fly back down on April 30th to Nashville, Tennessee, for us to put together a memorial for the late, great Joe Hibbs, who worked for Mapex Drums. We're doing an absolutely large memorial for him at the BB King's in Nashville.
Oh, cool.
Joe was 63 years young, and he passed away actually at LAX airport at his gate on his way flying back from him traveling, doing what he did best, which was, helping all drummers around the world.
Absolutely.
63 years young, a dear friend of mine for over 36 years, and there's not a day that goes by that I don't miss him. So we're going to put this memorial on for him, and Russ Miller will be the MD, the musical director.
Oh, good.
He's put together a funk horn band, which is Joe's favorite music.
Cool.
And myself and Russ Miller and many other drummers are going to perform some songs. I'm also going to be the MC of the event. We've got some video footage that we're going to have of Joe that we're going to showcase and share with everybody. It will be an emotional event. It will
Yes.
be an absolutely celebration of Joe's life and a thank you that we were able to meet him. And that will end my month of April.
Crazy, crazy. Black Page readers, of course, if you want to reach out, Dom's the website, domfamularo.com, on Facebook, on Twitter, Google as well. Don't be shy. Ask him questions. Steal from him. That's what he's here for. Also, if
Absolutely.
you want to get in touch, Don at theblackpage.net, Facebook, and of course our website is always www.theblackpage.net. Thanks again,
Yeah.
Dom, and we'll see everyone real soon.
Boy, Sean, I want to just say thank you so much. I think what you're doing with the Black Page is excellent. I have people all around the world that always bring it up to me when they read the articles and the different things that you have going on, what you share. You really are onto something so unique and so different. It's helpful. It works. Keep it going. I thank you so much. And anyone that has any questions, you can contact me through Sean for sure.